toss one toy. Wait for your dog to respond to their name. When they look at you, immediately throw a higher value toy and play with them. When you throw the toy, be sure to throw it back in the direction of you and away from that first toy. Keep that tension slight on the line so that they're not jerked away from the toy if they were to lurch at it, but rather you're able to keep them from jumping towards it with the leash. If your dog is highly excitable with the toy and unable to handle you gently dropping the toy, you can also place it down on the ground and ask the dog to stay. Wait for them to make eye contact when you say their name and reward in the same way. Once the dog has successfully responded to the call and you've had a play with that first toy, you can also then send them back to get that original toy that you tossed. The next step is going to be adding some slight motion towards the original toy that you toss. So toss the toy, walk slowly towards the toy, then call the dog's name, back away, and reward with your second toy. And again, once you've had that reward, you can send them towards that original toss toy as well.
Good.
Once my dog has mastered some slight motion towards the toy and I'm ready to add a little bit more, I'm going to transfer them over to a shorter leash. When they make a jump or run towards that toy, I don't want them getting a stern correction, so I don't want them to have a long line to where they're getting up ahead of steam and a lot of speed when they hit the end of that leash. I want a gentle pressure. When the dog is no longer hitting the end of the leash and turning and coming on their own on a voice command, it's time for me to take that leash off. Just like before, when they successfully respond to their call, I'm going to send them back for that originally thrown toy, so they get to play twice. I'm also going to make sure that I throw toys without a call intermittently so they don't anticipate that they have to come back every time. My next step is going to be fading out the second toy and using that original thrown toy as the ultimate reward. You can expect a little delay in response here because your dog not seeing that toy thrown is probably going to stop and look and have a hard time wanting to leave the toy to come back to you. Be cheerful, happy, help them come back to you, and give them a treat reward for responding, then quickly send them to that toy. Once you've mastered the come command off of that chase, you can also try doing other things, like teaching them to wait, hold positions, to sit, to lay down, or any other thing that you've taught them to do before that release to the toy. If at any point your dog makes a mistake and they do run and get that first toy, don't be upset, don't yell at them or scold them. Just simply don't be happy and don't play with them with the toy when they return. Very neutrally take the toy and repeat an earlier step, perhaps even putting them back on their leash.